YouTube, what it do? It's your boy TWV checking in. I'm back from my hiatus, and I'm coming back with a special edition. Got the homie Stavi with me today. We're gonna talk about the SummerSlam event coming up in the next day or two. So let's get into it. And with that being said, Miss Stavi, introduce yourself.
Hey y'all, I'm Stavi, also known as Queen of the Fall, and I'm here to talk about SummerSlam. I'm ready to get into it. It's just going down. I'm ready for it.
For sure. So I had to, in honor of one of my more recent favorite SummerSlams, I threw on the SummerSlam Detroit T-shirt, paired it with my Cena retirement shirt. I did go to Cleveland last year, but I was like, let me go with one of the SummerSlams I actually had a little bit more love to, because I just like Detroit basketball for the Pistons and stuff. So the color scheme, the cars, and all that. Detroit WrestleMania 23 is like my favorite one. So like anything Detroit themed, like when WWE goes there, it's like I gotta buy it. But with that, how did you get into wrestling, and like who is like some of your favorite superstars or like PLEs, things like that?
Oh, I'm not gonna lie, I've been into wrestling, I would say pretty much my whole life. I really can't even remember being not into wrestling. I was always known as a kid, like in school, the girl who likes wrestling, and it was either she likes wrestling or she loves Randy Orton. So Randy Orton was always my favorite. Crazy enough though, my first favorite wrestler was the Boogeyman. That's because I got into it more playing the video games. I used to watch it with my stepdad, but when I got the video game, it was over. And specifically Smackdown versus Raw 2007. So that's kind of how I got into it. But I say like in 2025, my favorites are Bianca Belair. I would just say the big three as a whole: Bianca, Naomi, and Jade. And on the men's side, I love Cody, love Randy, and Drew is really growing on me for some reason.
So I want to piggyback off that. Like the SmackDown versus Raw game is how I initially got into wrestling. So I want to say I was playing 2006 with my homie Willie. He lived across the street from me, so we played that a lot. And then as I got into it, I came across it on a random. Like we had got Fios, and I was just scrolling through like all the sports and all that. I was really a real sports junkie back then. They were like, WWE, I'm like, I play the games. Let me look at this. So the first wrestling match I ever seen was Shawn Michaels versus Scott Hall. It was the Intercontinental ladder match. I don't know if it was WrestleMania 10 or SummerSlam 93, 96. I'm going to get the year wrong. I get it wrong every single time. But that was the first match that I ever seen. I'm like, oh, nah, this shit is cool. And then my sisters, either my sisters or my aunt, somebody in my family bought me the TLC VHS. Throwback. VHSs ain't even a thing anymore. But I got that. Not here. It's at my parents' house still. But yeah, I got that. And with the video games, my favorite one was 2009. For some reason, I played a lot of SmackDown vs. Raw 2009. I played it on PS2, PS3, PSP. I played a lot of that game. But my favorite wrestlers...
I had it on PSP too.
Yeah, my favorite wrestlers currently would be the GOAT, of course, John Cena, Cody Rhodes, and out of left field, even though we're talking about WWE, Swerve Strickland. Like, Swerve Strickland has been one of my favorite wrestlers since he was in NXT and then left. And of course, I gotta give a shout out to Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams, like some of the more underrated guys, and more so not a lot of people really talk about NXT superstars, but like I feel Trick Williams has that it factor. Of course, how you be on Twitter, a lot of people say he doesn't have it in the ring, but it's like that's why he's in NXT for a reason. But not to get on a tangent, let's circle back around. So we are about to get into the Royal Rumble match. Fuck, Royal Rumble. SummerSlam match. I'm going to leave that in there. Alright, so first off, for Saturday, we have Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez versus Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. Look, oh my God. Go to the photo. Alright, there we go. Alright, so I'm gonna leave all this in there. Alright, so for my prediction of the match, I like the pairing of Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. I personally like how Charlotte Flair's character has evolved a little bit, showing more of a I guess, friendlier side versus, oh, I'm the queen, bow down to the queen. I
Yep.
represent my dad, Ric Flair, blah, 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 blah. Like, you can't hold my bootstraps because I'm the woman with the most championships. And I'm glad Alexa Bliss that she disappears. At one point, I know she was pregnant, so she disappeared for a little bit. And I want to say it was that a year and a half ago. This year, she came back at the Rumble, disappeared, came back, disappeared again. We thought we was getting her with the Y6. Doesn't look like it. Kind of glad. Y6 is another story for another day. But double-edged sword with the other side of it, because I love how Raquel has been working. Recently, I seen a thing on Twitter where not Scott Hall, Kevin Nash told her to start working bigger, and she listened, and hey, every time she steps in that ring, she's been going crazy. And I've been a huge Raquel fan since NXT, and I was kind of blown because of how Rhea and Bianca were getting pushed post-main roster, and she was kind of like just stuck in the wayside. But now she's in that groove. Like I told you, she should have beat Rhea at Night of Champions. There was no reason for Rhea.
Absolutely.
Rhea could have took the loss, and we could have elevated her into that. Okay, maybe she can fight with the big dogs in that main event here. I still feel like by the end of this year, she'll have a breakthrough. I want to say maybe if Liv come back and it's not Liv and Roxanne, it's a Liv and Raquel thing, because like, hey, how you start siding with her after I left, you got to blow up the judgment later. But also for Roxanne, I like how they pushed her at the beginning, but I hated how they disappeared. I don't like the baby. I don't like how Bailey's been getting treated recently. But I hope that dives into like a heel turn, or she pull an R-Truth and just go crazy. We don't know if you're a good guy or bad guy. Just go crazy, start beating up everybody. I don't get behind that. But Roxanne, definitely the way they elevated her coming from NXT, like I loved how it's been going so far, and I know in the next calendar year that she'll definitely be like in that main event tier for sure, because they definitely had to pick between her and Stephanie got the push, of course. Also, no Julia on the match card. Highly disappointed. Highly disappointed. We couldn't get the United States.
It's the second PLE. Yeah. I'm gonna piggyback off what you said. I agree. I like the pairing of Charlotte and Alexa, and I think Charlotte's whole thing now is she's been humbled, and I like the flow. I like the direction that it's going. But as far as this match goes, I'm kind of torn, because when you look at the women's tag division, it's in shambles. It really is. And I feel like Charlotte and Alexa being paired together does two things. It kills two birds with one stone. One, you get Charlotte back in the good graces of the fans. Like I said, she's on like this humbling path. So, it kind of brings her down and makes her more likable, especially pairing her with Alexa Bliss. She has crazy pops every week. Her Royal Rumble pop, it's like normal, like on a Smackdown, right? And then at the same time, you have a tag team that can actually go on to a SummerSlam. Because we do have tag teams. I mean, I can't really think of a lot, because like I said, the division is in shambles, but off the top of my head, Michin and B-Fab, you're not putting them in a match with Raquel and Roxanne at SummerSlam. So Charlotte and...
I'm a huge B-Fab.
Yeah.
Like her Royal Rumble was like, I was like, thank you. Like finally, people were on Twitter were getting, I was like, why didn't I show B-Fab? Just like Michin, like.
But I want to put some respect on them. So also,
but it's like, damn, come on now.
Exactly. But I'm not too upset about them just yet, because we put the titles on Bliss and Flair. That opens the door for them, because they've been like, if y'all pay attention to them on social media, they've been like planting them seeds. They've been letting everybody know, look, we ready. Just let us know. Let us know we are a tag team and we want these belts. So we put these belts on SmackDown. I think that we will see some good stuff going on. And you also got the Slagents over there. So I feel like Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair are the right people to take the belts, because it seems like if you look at the trends of these belts, it seems like they've been trying to keep them relevant in a way, if that makes sense. You had Bianca Belair and Jade, then Bianca and Naomi, then Liv and Raquel, now Raquel and Roxanne. So it's clear that they're trying to keep them on people who they probably deem a draw or whatever, make people interested in the division. So I think again, Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair do achieve that, and then you don't run into the problem of having stale ass situations with this current tag team, because on Raw it's just not working. So I personally, I'm gonna have to say my prediction is gonna be Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair, and it should be. It kind of gives the feel of like an NBA super team. Like, you put these two together, they don't have too much chemistry, right? They're getting it together, but even with those chemistry issues, they should win. Like, on paper, they absolutely should be winning.
That Lakers team when they had Karl Malone, Gary Payton, like, all right, y'all need to log in. Y'all all are on-time players. It should be no reason y'all lose. And then they lost.
Exactly.
And then they lost. But this is wrestling, so of course we know it's not going to go that way.
Phoenix
Suns.
Suns.
I can definitely agree with that for sure, because it's like Carmelo Hayes, for instance. He was Baby Shawn Michaels in NXT. Number 2 pick, had the match with Kofi at the night of the draft. He was putting people's t-shirts in rafters, man. Like, he had one of the Trick Williams. Man, he could have called Trick Willie up and had him in the tag team if he was going to do that. But it's like, people like that need to get more love. But I definitely feel like Flair and Bliss are going to win. And like you said, Raw's tag division is buns. Like, it's literally the Kabuki Warriors and Raquel and Roxanne. I don't think there's no good tag team outside. There's not.
Mm-hmm. And then, like, when I look at these two, I'm waiting for something to happen. And obviously we have that drama with Liv, the pending drama, because it's really not gotten to the boiling point yet. It's not like, if Liv returns at SummerSlam, which I don't think she will, it's not going to be a huge, crazy moment, because nothing has really happened. I feel like Roxanne and Raquel are still, like, building together, and maybe Raquel is warming up to Roxanne, but I feel like taking the titles out for them won't hurt that much, because you still have that will they, won't they type situation in the Judgment Day, whether it's Roxanne trying to get with Dom, or whether Raquel and Roxanne are gonna become besties or what. So, it makes more sense to go ahead and put those titles on Alexa Bliss and Charlotte, so we can hopefully showcase new people and I'm waiting for, and this is nothing against Raquel and Liv, because they are a legit tag team, but I'm waiting for these belts to get to the point where we're really on actual tag teams. Like, even though most of the division got released this year, I would have loved to I was hoping that we were getting to the point where we would have seen Kaden Carter and Katana Chance hold the belts and have great matches with other tag teams. So they can still get to that point.
I can't think of the girl's name that she tagged with, but they were like that. It was, man, we can talk about this. We can talk about both tag divisions, men's and women's football. Like, let's roll on to the next match, supposedly on the card, and that is Gunther versus CM Punk. So
dream match.
I am a huge fan of. Here we go again. Please flip to the picture. It's not flipping to the chicken. Come on, bro. Here we go. Alright. So,
yes.
CM Punk versus Gunther World Heavyweight Championship. This is going to be a hilarious video, because I'm leaving all of this and I don't even care. But I am a huge fan of this match. I did not watch WWE Unreal, but they said this was supposed to be the match at WrestleMania. I have a lot of bias toward all three parties of both matches. The WrestleMania match, I am a huge Jey Uso fan. I've been an Usos fan since they started out. I'm a CM Punk fan, like a CM Punk lifer, like higher comeback and run through AEW that went to shit. and I've been back on the CM Punk Return Tour. I've been a huge fan of Gunther since NXT UK. If you know, you know. Him and Ilya Dragunov during the pandemic put on one of the greatest wrestling matches I've seen in my life. And I all credit to all three parties. Like, Jay was just massively over. I seen where can't think of his name right now, but he was the one that said, "Hey, why don't we?" I get why they did it. A lot of people on the internet are hating it. It's like, I personally feel like, hot take is 2-3 years late now. Basically, I feel like he should have beat Roman at SummerSlam in Detroit, and I don't know how we got. I don't know how we would have got to WrestleMania with him and Cody. It could have been, let him hold it for a month, lose it at the next period. But that moment of
Yeah.
Roman would have been insane because he got the moment technically at Money, and it would have probably meant a little more because, like,
Yeah.
because Jimmy could have literally did the same thing, just screwed him made him lose the belt. Like, but hey, that's a hot take for a couple years ago. But this match is going to be an all-timer because CM Punk doesn't miss. I want to say a lot of people feel Brooks doesn't have it. He's washed up. He's old. I don't know if y'all didn't watch the CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre feud from last year. My man had a tricep. It was still beating Drew's ass at WrestleMania. It was the funniest moments ever because after he whoops Drew's ass, he crosses his legs Indian style and waits on Damian Priest to run. Man, like, he's one of those star players where it's like, when you get in that ring, you better bring your A game or you're going home sad. But with that, let me hand the mic off to you.
First of all, your stuff switched over. I don't know if you're aware.
It switched to what? I'm looking at.
No, not your screen, but like your camera. Like, I'm looking at your posters right now.
Okay. How long ago did it switch? Because I don't know what it is.
Like, I didn't want to cut you off. Like, right when you started talking about, right before your hot take.
We had to start all the way over. This camera disconnected, and this shit hasn't even been fucking recording, bro. This shit.
What?
It says it's only been recording.
It says recording right now. Oh my god, he crashed out. Oh, hell no.
What? Am I here? I'm not here. All right, and I'm going to hand the mic off to you for your Gunther versus CM Punk prediction.
This one, I'm a little, I don't know where to stand on this. I'm not going to lie. Because, like you said, these two are just good on their own. I know for sure we're getting good graps. That's my prediction. We are getting A-tier graps, right?
Hey.
But there's so many factors to look into, like, that could affect, so many things that can factor into this, right? Like, I'm wondering, like, I don't know, people have been getting to my head, like, I believe Seth Rollins is injured, right? But, like, is he though? Or, like, how bad is it? Because I still don't think they've gave us a timetable or anything like that. And you know something I've really, really have been wondering is if one of the Brons could possibly cash in Seth's briefcase without him.
Yeah, that's what I seen on Twitter. They were saying Bron Breakker.
Yeah,
they're pushing because they're pushing Bron Breakker more than Brunson, but they're pushing him as a parent, which I fuck with. But hey, when Roman likes you, he's gonna put you over, and he's put Breakker over insane. But Brunson Reed running my man for his J's. That was the funniest of the show. Like, that had people on social media not even in the wrestling, like, what?
Like, what? They doing it like that? But that makes me wonder, because despite Seth Rollins not being, oh my god, they done got me. Hold on. Hold on. I think hold on. Okay.
Why does this keep doing this? This is blowing me.
Dude. And then my camera reconnected, but it's not even letting me choose. Oh, hell no. Hold on. It's got my shit, like.
Hey, girl, on this damn app. It is buns. What? And I got
Like, what? It had so much potential. The only reason that I'm really considering the fact that somebody might cash in this briefcase is the fact that despite Seth Rollins not being here, despite him being injured, despite the fact that we don't really have a timetable on his injury, he's not there, but that briefcase is every week. Whether Braun Breaker is holding it, whether Bronson Reed is holding it, or whether Paul Heyman is holding it, you know that they have possession of that briefcase. And there's no rules that says the person who grabbed the briefcase off the little hook is the one that has to cash it in. So I seriously am wondering if they are going to do it on behalf of Seth Rollins, or if Braun Breaker is going to continue to take things into his own hands and cash in, because I don't really think that they have the same commitment to that mission of CM Punk never becoming champion. But I mean, you never know. But despite that, I mean, I don't really know if I see a cash in happening here. But another thing I feel like we should be conscious of and maybe looking out for is the Ilya Dragunov return. I don't know. Maybe I fantasy book too hard. I don't know.
Now, Mon, if you're watching this, we got another Ilya Dragunov fan. My man been sending me tweets like, when's Ilya coming back?
Dude.
Somebody Ilya in the PC. Yeah, that'll be lit.
Yeah, and look, I know he tore his ACL, I think. I can't remember exactly when that happened. I think that was like right November, December, or January or so. This would be around the time he would come back, right? Now, okay, so here's my thing.
Earlier, I want to say it was pre-SummerSlam last year. It's been a little minute since he's been on TV.
Hey, now, watch out for it.
I want to say he tore it. How long has Ricochet been at AEW?
Ooh. Yeah, for about a year now. Yeah.
At least 9 to 12 months at a minimum. But also, the briefcase is always looming in the background, like you said. But you have to remember, the year Otis won the briefcase and The Miz had a match with him and won the briefcase and cashed in. They wouldn't do nothing stupid like that now because this is the new WWE. But like you said, Paul Heyman or Bron or Brunson always has that briefcase.
Yeah, it's always present.
You have to remember Seth's famous words. You will never be champion in this company, and I will do anything in my power. I feel like it's going to be a ref bump. Seth comes out of nowhere, whoops him with a crutch, anything, like bad legged, all curb stomps Punk. Like, I just feel like some sort of way Seth will be there. And if not, Braun Breaker cashes in for sure. Braun Breaker cashes in.
Yeah, and it's crazy because Seth Rollins doesn't even have to do anything. He has enough power. And then I'm also wondering, like, it's a lot going on in my head, right? But I think it's about time that somebody else is going to join that faction. And imagine Seth Rollins doesn't even have to touch CM Punk or Gunther to make sure that he wins that briefcase when he cashes in. So I don't know. That's fun to think about. But if this match stays strictly between these two, like I said, A+ graps, but I'm going to have to choose CM Punk to win. I don't want to see Gunther have a short reign, but I really, really don't see a world where they have him facing Gunther at SummerSlam and lose. I just don't. And then on top of that, I don't like the way that Gunther's been booked recently. It's like they phone it in. His little build with CM Punk is the same thing that happened with Jay. It's like the same segment for like 3 weeks straight. But you know it's going to be a good match, so you're not really like tripping. You're like, okay, whatever. This is a dream match, so it is what it is. But I mean, it's for some reason they phone it in with Gunther. Like, I don't know why they do that. He always gets these, no offense to Damian Priest, I have nothing against Damian Priest or Finn Balor, but like looking at his past World Heavyweight Championship reign, it was like they threw him whatever. And then it falls on him. People say he sucks as a champion or whatever, but it's like they don't really give him anything to work with. Even when he has a GOAT in front of him, CM Punk, they still just rather run the same segment over and over again. So I almost feel like it would be better for him if CM Punk does take the belt, because I know CM Punk is gonna. I really don't even know what's next for CM Punk after he wins, to be honest. But I also don't know what's next for Gunther either. So my pick is gonna have to be CM Punk though. And if Ilya Dragunov is returning, I'm switching my pick to Gunther, because let me tell you, book it in Paris immediately. I don't care what you have to do, immediately.
He don't even play around with it. Don't even play around with it. I'll keep getting this damn camera alert. Oh, it's in use. Like, this ain't just to reconnect those cameras. Like, using it. This app is using the camera. Like, what are you talking about? What?
Maybe, like, if we just continue to be in the trenches, I think at least we get some clips for TikTok. At the very least.
Golly, bro, keep saying about quality. Like, the camera, it's saying it's upload. Or everything is upload. That's what's making me mad. But I keep getting that damn alert. Like, alright, so this part might get cut out because that's told me. Alright, next match is Randy Orton and Jelly Roll versus Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. There's a little asterisk around Drew McIntyre because today's Thursday, and I want to say he's still stuck.
No, he's back in the U.S.
Okay,
he's back.
Okay. See,
thankfully.
I was seeing them saying the Miz want to jump in. I was just like,
my God.
Oh, please, no. Like, I love Mike as much as the next person, but you had your moment technically last year in Cleveland, and you didn't even have your moment. You were just the host. Like, relax, buddy. Like, you've been around 20 years, and now you're like a WWE ambassador. Just know your role, just like Titus O'Neil. Titus O'Neil vanished away from wrestling 12 years ago, but he's still cashing them checks because he figured out his role. Just be an ambassador, do your TV show, do the random shows that they throw together and need a host for, and keep getting your bag. But
they could have threw him something though. I ain't gonna lie. They could have did something for him other than have him host. Come on now.
Last year, yeah, because that's just like off topic, but like how they slimed Gargano and Ciampa.
Oh my God, yes. Like, how you gonna bring them to their hometown just to make them lose? Oh my God!
I was just like, hey man, the Jacob 5-2 aura was too through the roof, but it was like they slimed them boys crazy.
And then they didn't even hold them long.
No, it was just like, yeah, we pushing the new bloodline through the roof right now. So it went in
back of the line,
and they laid them down. But back to the match: Randy Orton and Jelly Roll versus Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. So for Randy Orton, as such and Drew McIntyre, as such senior and tenured veterans, they could have dropped the Jelly Roll and Logan Paul and just had a singles match. But
hey, what do we know?
What do we know? They love throwing they love throwing celebrities into this ring, thinking they're going to get a Bad Bunny performance, but everybody's not Bad Bunny. I'm not going to say Jelly Roll is going to have a bad performance because he's lost a tremendous amount of weight and really locked in. I just prefer this would have been his moment last year because last year he literally was the theme song for SummerSlam, so he was going to have a moment regardless. Like, we could have just did an impromptu match with Grayson Waller, Austin Theory, and they could have had somebody special return, run down, and be his tag partner. Like, they could have had The Miz run down and be his tag partner. Like,
look, man.
Like, okay, whatever, cool. On to the next one. But I think it's going. I can't put a star rating on it because Randy, Drew, and Logan will probably carry. Jelly Roll will probably get his hot tag moment and win the match. But I don't got too much emotionally invested in this one. So
like piggybacking off of what you said, Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton are the tenured ones here. I almost feel like what they wanted to do was Logan Paul versus Jelly Roll, but despite Logan Paul being a really good wrestler, we haven't really seen him in a role where he's in the ring with someone that he has to lead, if that makes sense. He's always in the ring with someone who makes him look better than he is. Not that he's bad, but he's in the ring with veterans that can make him look even better. So instead of throwing those two together, we throw Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton in there that could kind of keep the cohesion there, kind of lead the match, make it feel like a WWE match versus whatever the hell it would have been if we were watching Logan Paul and Jelly Roll one-on-one. So for that much, I can appreciate it. And since Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton do have a little history back in the day, and they do have like a little tension there, seeing that they both want to go after that championship whenever it goes back to Cody Rhodes, I can appreciate that much. But like you said, I'm not really invested in it. It's just cool. Like, being a wrestling fan, you're just going to have to deal with stuff like that. You just have to appreciate it for what it is. It's going to be Jelly Roll's moment, and that's all it is. So I can appreciate that. I do like, I mean, I don't know. Like, celebrities are always going to be a part of wrestling, but I can say I do like that Jelly Roll seems to be taking it seriously. Yeah. So I can give him points there. But I mean, Jelly Roll and Randy Orton are going to win. Jelly Roll is probably going to eat a RKO for fun, and it is what it is. It's all just going to be fun. And I'm ready to get past this because a little tangent, but that seems to be the theme of what Randy Orton does these days. Is everything's for fun. I want to see him do something for serious. I want to see him do something for real. Because I mean, like, seeing him in this role, being loved by everybody, having fun with it is cool. But I think he's still got it in him. So I would love to see him away from stuff like this. And same with Drew McIntyre. I don't think they're playing with them, having them in this match, but when we get past this, I want to see them do something better than carrying Logan Paul and Jelly Roll. So, yeah, we know Jelly Roll is taking the W, though, so it is what it is.
Most definitely. This camera is about to piss me off, man. About to piss me off, man.
Boom. So we are back. Well, not back, but the next match would be Roman Reigns and Jey Uso versus Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed. In this match, it was an audible match, I want to say, because I don't think Roman was supposed to come back until SummerSlam again. But with the Seth injury, they had to call the big dog in to kind of fill in the blanks, because from what I seen on Twitter, it was supposed to be LA Knight versus Seth again. And that would have been LA Knight's moment, because I think he was going to lose the Saturday Night Main Event match, and then, you know, they were going to build back to SummerSlam, and he would have got the win back there. I would hope it wasn't vice versa, because for some reason LA Knight just can't get into that main event tier. He's always around all the main eventers, but he's just not there. Like, I don't know why. Like, and he's been popular, and like they like to say, he's been over as ever. What is missing that they? I don't know if it's stopping recordings and making new recordings or what. It keeps saying my camera disconnected. Like, this shit.
I'm seeing you, and it says it's recording.
That's what I'm saying. It's throwing me off and keep popping up on my end saying my camera disconnected. All right, well, I'm gonna just have to keep letting it. Because I can't. It shouldn't be this hard to record it. Damn.
It really shouldn't.
But back to it, yeah. I think like it's over as ever. And I just can't figure out why they don't want to pull the trigger on him. He didn't do anything backstage. Everything he gets, he hits home runs with. When they made him, who they make him? The head of the M&M collection or whatever they would call it, the models. he turned that into something entertainment. Like, anything he gets, he hits home runs with it. So it's just like, I wish he would, you know. They gave him a U.S. belt last year. He had great matches to end up dropping it to Nakamura when we could have gave it to Andrade or Carmelo Hayes when they were out there putting up 7-game series of matches. I do think a third member of Seth's faction gets, well, fourth member, technically third. Who's looking? Mm-hmm. But I feel like real left field, Tony D from NXT gets the call up and is turned into this faction. Outside of wrestling, Tony D and Bron Breakker are really great friends. He just fits that faction really well. Like, big, muscular, can cut a promo on the mic. I don't know if he would lose his Italian accent. I don't know what his actual real voice is, so who knows? But he can really be like the super muscle. Like, I mean, they already all muscle, but like, he can really bring that Italian mobster character a little bit to that faction. Like, I love the D'Angelo family and all that whole character thing. People on the internet say it could translate on the main roster. I think it could have, because no disrespect to YS6, but it's like we got spooky wookie characters on there. Like, you could think a couple people couldn't get behind a couple of Italian mobsters knocking off refs to win matches and stuff like that. I think we could. I think we could have. Yeah, people see Sopranos. I think we could have.
Yeah, like, and people love the Sopranos.
Yeah, so it's like with this, I do think that I don't know which way it goes. Roman really likes these guys. I like to know a little bit about my wrestlers. Like know these people are human. Like of course, but you know they're breaking kayfabe. They're breaking the fourth wall. Once Undertaker got a podcast, all that kayfabe went out the window. Like, he's not even a dead man anymore. Shout out to Uncle Mark Calloway, man. Like, all that.
Yeah, when he started talking, it was over.
Yeah, kayfabe is dead when the Undertaker started having a podcast. Literally, that's when kayfabe died. Like, and I'm cool with it though, because I thoroughly enjoy like Undertaker's podcast and stuff like that. But like I said, Roman and Jay are two willing and giving superstars, because Roman gave a lot for the Bloodline. If people really read between the lines, like, he literally elevated Jay to where he was at indirectly. Like, without saying it. Same thing with Jimmy. Like, Jimmy, technically, people look at him probably as a side character. Was pre-Bloodline. Like, even with he's in the, I guess I would call it a semi-main event feud on SmackDown with Jacob Fatu and Solo. Like, yeah, he's technically still in the Bloodline vortex, but that's your family, my brother. Like, he don't care. He getting down with his family. He having fun. Like, so exactly. I definitely feel like two ways. You know, Roman and Jay could win. I don't think that kills their momentum, however way you want to count it right now, or they just beat them clean. Like, they just beat them like they stole something. And the entire was flat. I would be down with that too. Like, if we gonna elevate these two guys and they're going against two of the marquee superstars, like, you know, that's Roman and Jay are that upper echelon. Like, Jay cracked the upper echelon at WrestleMania. He was on the way from the Rumble to WrestleMania. Like, everybody been loving Jay for like 2-3 years now. But it's like, it really blows me because I'm a huge Damian Priest guy. But it's like, he had the ball, he ran with it. But like you said with the Gunther thing, his feud kind of stunk too. Like, when he had the ball, like, it kind of wasn't up to the par of what I thought he was going to be. Because, like, I'm an NXT junkie, so a lot of these characters that are on the main roster now, I watched them 5-6 years ago. Like, literally, I've been banging NXT was better than the main roster from 2019 until Triple H took over. So all of these characters now that are in the higher tier superstars, like, I watched them not from the dirt, because I didn't watch them all the way from the beginning, but basically from the WWE. But back to it, I don't know which way it goes. This one, it's 50-50. I mean, I have no direction to lead. But let me hand the mic to you.
Yeah, for this one, I do think... So, first of all, I think this is going to be our main event, right? And with that, I think there's going to be shenanigans or something, because there always is with Roman Reigns, right?
It's not a Roman Reigns match without it.
It ain't, right? So, for me, my pick to win is going to have to be Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed. I think when you look at it, they stand to gain more than Roman and Jay do. And it just makes sense. And I feel like this would really legitimize them. Now, whether it's going to be clean or with shenanigans is yet to be determined. But as far as shenanigans go, I do think that there is a high possibility that one of the shenanigan is going to be Jay turning on Roman. I can't help myself. You just have to think about it, right? Like, after everything, their family, right? This man still has not uttered a single apology. And I don't know, man. I don't know.
Oh, man, he told Jay he was proud of him winning the IC
title.
I don't know. I bet he was. But he wasn't proud enough to say, you know what, hey, man, I'm sorry for all that manipulation and stuff I did, for 4 years.
He didn't, because that's Roman Aura Reigns.
Yeah, and it's about time.
Survivor Series match off of Aura.
Nah, look, it's just about time. He needs some consequences, man. I don't know, but I don't know. I think it's possible. I don't know how possible I think it is. Like, honestly, I made a video about heel turns I'm gonna upload tonight, but I have Jay on that video, and I think I rated the probability of that happening a 5 out of 10, because I can see it happening. I feel like storyline wise they can make it work, but at the same time Jay is just at this level that it's like I don't see them turning around on that anytime soon. But Jay is also so loved that as a heel he'll be just as loved. So I don't know, but I do think that the Brons do win, and I would prefer it without shenanigans. I just want to see them tear some shit up. Like, you got Bronson Reed, who damn near tsunamis people to death, and then you got Braun Breaker, who can run like super fast and spear the shit out of people.
People hate Dom, they love him because you was there with that WrestleMania pop. He easily probably had the loudest pop of the weekend outside of Jay. Jay and Dom had the two biggest pops the whole weekend.
Yeah.
But
and I personally think Dom did beat Jay. I think people popped harder for that.
Yeah, because he had like a double pop, because it was like he was going up the ramp and then the moment took over. Because you can see when he runs back down, Finn's like, dude, what the fuck? And he takes back off into the ring and jumps in, and the crowd goes crazy again. And so that was smooth, but yeah, it would be reversed, because like he would come out there like a bad guy, and he'd be like, Jay.
Exactly. And then I'm not gonna lie, I'm personally at the point where I do want to see him. I want to see him turn just to get away from that yeet stuff. Like, but I just feel like it's getting to a point, and I feel like they're doing this with Jacob as well. They have a horrible, what word am I looking for? They have a horrible habit of taking something that works and running that shit into the ground. How did you turn Jacob Fatu into a catchphrase? A series of catchphrases. That makes it worse. It's y'all know what I mean. I don't even remember all of them, bruh.
And all gas, no brakes. That's that. But the crazy thing is, if you watch the show from like, I want to say Night of Champions, Saturday Night Main Event to now, you can literally see in real time them making Jacob a superstar, because he went from literally having just his merch. Now you got merch of. I literally seen it. Was they in Cleveland last weekend?
Yeah, the Cavaliers merch.
I said, oh yeah, he's in that tier.
And they don't do that for everybody. I think it's John Cena, Rhea Ripley, and Jacob Fatu. And Cody Rhodes also has his merch as well. 4.
Because Roman don't even got city merch. I mean, he don't.
He don't.
But when he was like last year, he was getting merch for the cities he was in. But yeah, like main event player. That's
motion. That's crazy
motion.
Crazy motion. So I mean, like, and that's what I hate, because whether it's the catchphrase or not, he was gonna be that. So, like, why are we hinging on this catchphrase? Jay makes a little bit more sense, because it's kind of a part of his entrance and his whole thing now. He'll do it, and it's real simple. It's not like, it's just like, yeet, okay, but, like, sometimes I feel like the yada I mean is forced in there. All gas, no brakes. I feel like you can, sometimes you make it work, but, like, it's always yada I mean, and I just... He's much more than that in my eyes, so that's what I hate to see. So I would also like to see. I just want people to remember Jay. like who Jay is for real. Because I feel like this Yeet shit got people confused. People talking crazy about him and all that. And you know that comes with the territory when you get so popular and so loved, people turn on you just because you got all that love. But I really feel like we need to remind people who the fuck that man is, because he is more than one-dimensional. They don't know.
Crash out, right hand leg, Jay Uso was sliding you out crazy.
Listen, they don't know.
He was wearing Otis out with that steel chair on a random episode of SmackDown for no reason. He beat Otis within an inch of his life. Made a crash out. Jay Uso during the pandemic was sliming people crazy. He slimed Brian. He was sliming Cesaro. Man.
Kevin Owens.
Yep.
Did Kevin Owens the worst way over a joke, bro. Listen.
They was getting active, but with that, let's get to the next match, which is Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill. First of all, they said Jade Cargill was supposed to face Nia Jax at WrestleMania. That was on one of the WrestleMania boards in Unreal. I feel
would have been decent.
Match didn't deserve it personally. And I love Nia Jax. I'm a huge Nia Jax fan. Like I Naomi, but for the belt, I think I probably would have put it up there with the triple threat, because both triple threats were the best matches of the weekend, and then I got to put the fatal four way up there as like third. But
yeah.
Tiffany. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. Tiffany's match at WrestleMania was really good, but it was what went into it before the match scripted. So when you go outside of the script and your dancing partner doesn't know you're about to say that, that's when you kind of turn me off a little bit. That's just like the Cena Rock thing back in the day. It worked out for them, but when you're leaning on this woman's super personal life, nah, bro. Like that. Come on,
She lost me. She lost me with that one.
It lost me extremely. So I didn't go into the match with as much like, ooh, this shit gonna be good. Cause like Charlotte Flair, that match that main event at WrestleMania. And we had Ronda Rousey's bum ass in that match. Like,
go down the list, bro. We got matches for your ass. She got a bag for your ass.
We have bangers. Like Charlotte Flair is an elite wrestler. Like if we look at Charlotte Flair's career and just look at Charlotte instead of Charlotte Flair, oh my gosh. And we cut like half those title reigns and elite. Like she was like, who can I compare her to? Shit, she was Caitlin Clark. She was putting them things up. She's putting them things up down there on NXT. Like she was putting them things up. Her man, it was elite. And when she got, damn it, I'm losing the word. What's the word? I'm losing it.
Called up.
There we go. I could not think of that at the same time. When she got called up, man. I just knew it was back. Like when she won Money in the Bank, I said, yes, it's up. Mm-hmm. It's up. And it never went up. It went neutral.
It was stuck.
It was super. What Cardi said, it was stuck. It was never up. It was extremely stuck. And we put her in the Nia Jax vortex and all that. And it's like, all right, like, I'm glad Jay wins the belt, because now we're at SummerSlam. But the next super big PLE to us will be Royal Rumble. Like, of course, Survivor Series is big, but nothing. Have titles ever changed as Survivor Series or Clash in Paris? No. So like these are kind of like look over pay-per-views indirectly. So the next time a title probably would change will be Royal Rumble, and we can get some magic there, because depending on who is the champs, you know where I'm gonna go with it.
Look,
I don't want them to pull the trigger.
You already know how I feel.
I don't want them to pull the trigger early.
You know how I feel. Look,
we could get there early. We could get to that big 3 triple threat match early.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this: the ladies that's gonna walk out champions SummerSlam, I need them to stay champions.
Yeah, they have to stay
at Royal Rumble.
Yeah, they have.
And then I need Or we can do Elimination Chamber too. We can do a back-to-back Elimination Chamber. Has anybody ever done that? We could definitely run that. She don't gotta win the Royal Rumble, but I definitely need there to be some conflict there.
It could get
I need there to be,
spooky.
hey, do I want to be
It
Naomi
could
ass or
get
I want to be
real
Jade ass?
spooky.
I
It could be
need
real
that.
spooky.
I need that.
Hot take though. This is like a super shot in the dark. They're pushing Stephanie Vakir to the moon, but I don't think Naomi. So Naomi probably 90% tells me she wins this match, and she goes on to Paris because it's no way you hot shot this title reign like that. Rhea doesn't need the belt. Io doesn't need the belt either. But
he wouldn't book her.
They need to get away from not all three of these parties. Yes, actually, all three of these parties need to stay the fuck away from each other because Rhea has not been in a non-title feud, and I don't know how long. I've been to two post WrestleMania Raws, and she's been in the title picture some way.
I want you to do a little. Let's have like a little sidebar, right? I want you to look up the title defenses of this women's world championship, and we're just gonna see the percentage of those defenses that included Rhea Ripley. And this is no hater shit, but I feel like people, they hear the frustrations that people have with Rhea Ripley and think that it's hate toward Rhea Ripley. It's like, no, you're really forcing people to feel like this when we want to see her in these, like, that's kind of like saying you don't want to see Cody Rhodes in the title picture. It makes no sense because that's just, he's there. But when it's all,
what the fuck?
All? And
oh my gosh.
But
oh my gosh, I'm forgetting words. Come on, bro. 2020 to present.
That's the, which one is that one? Because hold on, that's the W. I thought the.
Come on, bro. Which belt is it? Come on, that ain't got me looking dumb now.
Okay, women's world championship, right? Okay, boom. Inaugural match. Okay.
Reigns. Okay. Of course, they don't even have a list. 31 reigns, 14 champions, 2 vacancies. Becky Lynch.
Go to WWE.com.
Oh my gosh, yeah, they're there. Yeah, what?
And they got the whole. They'll have the whole lineage of that championship.
Is this the right one? Please tell me this is the right one.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, boom, nail. Come on, man. These ads on my face.
I'm trying to sell you something.
All right, boom. Let's scroll to the bottom. All right. Wait. This right?
Oh, they put that. Oh, they are dirty.
Okay.
They are dirty.
Okay.
No, let's see. Since they changed this design, that's what I'm talking about. She has been in this title picture since it changed.
And it changed last year, right? Yep.
I think so.
Yeah, so $379, vacant for 7 days. Becky Lynch, Liv, Rhea, Io, Naomi, and literally,
mind you, while Liv Morgan was champion while Rhea Ripley was injured, she literally did nothing else with anybody else that whole fucking time.
Yeah, so
she just waited for Rhea to come back.
Yeah, WrestleMania 39. That's when she won it. Okay, boom. Then it was vacant. Because she messed her shoulder up that Raw after Mania. Boom. Then Becky won it. Okay. And then Liv won it. Boom. And then they feuded from forever once she won it. Yup. Because she feuded
because she came back in like October, I think.
No, remember they had the match at SummerSlam.
Oh no, SummerSlam, you're right.
She came back before SummerSlam. They literally feuded from basically the middle of the summer till the start of this year. Boom, she won it. She wins it at the beginning of this year. Loses to Io on the episode of Raw. Boom. And then we get to the main event of WrestleMania. She's still there. She has another match. She has another match. You're right. She's literally the only time she was not a part of it was literally these 7 days.
When she was forced not to be.
Those 40 days. Let's double it. Let's say 100 days out of this title's lineage, Rhea Ripley has not been in the mix.
And it's like I love her, but she needs to go on that same path Bianca went down, because people are feeling about Rhea Ripley that they did about Bianca, and Bianca hasn't been champion in like 2 years. And still, if you even like in the IWC, if you even mention Bianca in that championship in the same sentence, people still act like she just it's too much. But I mean, at a certain point, you can't expect someone so dominant not to be in the picture. And that's how I feel about Rhea. But it's like, you do have to step back at some point. So, and it's really not her fault. It's just the booking.
It's you want to know where everything in WWE starts to go downhill? I want to go back to.
You're not gonna like my answer. I'm just let you answer.
I want to go back to. I want to say anywhere between the first 2 weeks of January of last year, when the WWE merged with UFC and became TKO.
Yes.
Because we got through WrestleMania because they couldn't get their hands on it because it was already set in stone. And we kind of was, we was cooking still up until SummerSlam. And then once we got literally to post Survivor Series, we went downhill drastically.
Like,
Clash in Paris was amazing, but we went downhill. No, Clash at Berlin, excuse me. But after that, downhill. Like, I banged with the Rumble because like I said, I'm a Jay fan. Charlotte should not have won. I forgot who I had picked. I want to say I had Bianca. Or Jade. I had some. I think I had Bailey running it back. I had somebody. Like, Charlotte didn't deserve it though. Like, no disrespect. Like, you just pissed on everything the women's division did while you were hurt. Like, because you're Charlotte Flair. Like, that's why that's the one thing I don't like about Charlotte. Like, she has so much pull in the back. Like, and who knows if she's doing it or if they're doing it. Somebody on either side is getting it done. And it's like, come on, bro. Like I said, that's why we talked about it earlier at the beginning. Like, it's so refreshing to see her out of the title picture and doing something completely opposite of what she normally does. But back to the match, I do think Jay wins. Yeah, because we were getting on a tangent. You know how we get down. But I do think Jay wins.
Yeah, I'm just not feeling that at all.
Just not feeling it at all.
And outside the ring, a couple things also rubbed me the wrong way. I'm over tacky time. I'm not gonna lie to you. She lost me a long ass time ago.
I like to tell people all the time because my sisters try to get me on that. Like, yeah, your man Roman was supporting Trump. When we get inside this community that we like to call the IWC, we do not talk religion, we do not talk politics, and we may not even talk sports around her. Like, kind of when you bring her up, it's like, all right, like, because
it's not just politics. Like, I agree with the stance that a wrestler's politics shouldn't matter. I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of these people make a lot of money, so they're on the side that a lot of people don't like because they probably vote in the interest of keeping the things that they like and not paying extra or whatever. But when we're talking about
keeping it under wraps, because
nobody, even if you didn't hide it, I wouldn't care because that has, unless you're
Hulk Hogan, sorry.
Yeah, it's like, it's one thing to be a Republican, it's another thing to have certain morals. So that's the side I don't like. And with Tiffany, it's just, it was the Black B post, and it was the, whether people want to say it was serious or not, the boy comment, you just need to learn history. I don't know what to tell you. But I mean, it's stuff like that. It's stuff like that I can't look past. I assume she voted.
It's getting out of hand.
Yeah, and I would never be mad at who she voted for. That's her right as an American. But when we talking about racism, you kind of lose me. So I agree. And not just because of everything that's going on, but I just think it's Jade's time. I feel like with Tiffany Stratton, they what they did with Tiffany Stratton is what they're going to do with Jade. They, whether people think it or not, there's a lot of people that will argue Jade's not ready, whatever. Look, it's sink or swim time. If she's ready, we're gonna find out. If she's not, we're gonna find out.
Throw her into the deep water.
Yeah, you can't hold your hand anymore. You got the look. You want to be that. You want to be at the top. Hey, here we go.
Like, they partner you with Bianca. Like, you got to go bad for bad with her. Like, or you're gonna get overshadowed. And she was, when they were staring, the last couple times they interacted, they stared each other down. It's just like, oof. What's the Vince McMahon meme? And not to throw him in there, but I can see the money. I can see the money because when I don't care what I got going on in my life. When they announced them two or them three locking horns like the old professionals would say, I'm gonna be there. I gotta figure it out. We will be, if it's in this living room throwing a watch party, or I'm physically there.
I am set. Shout out to them. And for that reason, that's why I'm happy. Like, I personally think she's been improving, but that's why I'm happy that it's sink or swim time, because I'm tired of I just want her to have something positive under her belt. And I think having a good title reign is going to do that. Like I said, I feel like she's been improving. I just feel like a lot of people aren't willing to give her props for that.
Yeah, she's been cooking. She's been cooking. Both Naomi matches were elite. They were elite.
Yes. Especially this last one at Evolution. It was great. It was great from start to finish. And, like, people will never give her credit for that.
Of professional wrestling. I'm not famous yet, but I'm very credible. When people come to me, when people come to me about professional wrestling, the conversation goes about an hour, depending on what we want to get into. Literally, my homie called me about the Bloodline one day. I said, I hope you got like an hour, because I'm going to break it down for you. Like, or I'm going to send you the WWE YouTube video that's 4 hours long. If you got 4 hours, this is the whole storyline.
Watch the whole story.
Or I can condense it to you in this hour-long phone call. And, you know, my boy Jermaine, I know you're going to watch this. I don't know how deep you're going to watch into it. But he had called me one day, and we talked about an hour, and I broke down the entire Bloodline, my boy George. And, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody knows, like, I'm the wrestling guy of the friend group. Like, but let's get to, I guess it's the final match for night one, which would be Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. So, I feel like, personally, Sami Zayn should have been off TV. Like, and not in a bad way. But no, not in a bad way. But Sami Zayn's working through a lot of injuries. Like, you got, probably. I mean, I don't know. Like, you got to remember, him and Kevin had that crazy match in February.
Yeah.
And he might have took like 3 weeks off. And he's been in the fold all year. Like, that wasn't no small match. Like, that match possibly could have ended KO's career. Like, and they were going hard. And for that to be possibly a career ender, and you just no, buddy, go take a break real quick. Like, geez, like, I'm all for people being on TV if they're hurt. Like, don't force it. Like, please don't force it. Like, but I do like that Karrion Kross is getting the spotlight. But Karrion Kross, the NXT character, versus Karrion Kross, the main roster character. This character right now, I'm fucking with, and he has it, the look, the promo, the charisma. His wife is with him. Like, he checks off all the boxes, but the real Graps box, and that is hard. Yeah. That is a hard sell when you're. I'm not saying complaining, but he's like, you're calling yourself the good soldier, but it's like, if this soldier don't know how to shoot his damn gun, we not putting you in the field.
Never.
Drug him through it a little bit, like, and this should have had a stip on it. It should have had.
Yeah. Now I think about it, you're right. I'm surprised that it doesn't.
Because we can't just have another. Because literally, he beat Sami with the lead pipe. What? 2 weeks ago. Like, come on, bro. Like, we gotta have something else. Like, I don't know what way they're gonna go though. And I hope he get a little 1 month of sunshine, but after that it's curtains because it's. You think WWE got some killers? AEW got killers too.
Look, if you can't hang over here, you definitely can't hang over there. I ain't gonna lie.
You definitely can't. You definitely can't hang over there because they're like. I don't want to call them ECW because they're not ECW, but they're a lot more crazier than what WWE kicks out.
Mm-hmm.
Like you literally did. You went to the pay-per-view, right?
No, I didn't, but I watched it.
Okay, yeah. You seen the Texas Death Match? Those guys, they get over there and they get buck wild. So.
I'm still not over that fourth spot. Like, what? Hey, like I saw a slow-mo of it in the way like the blood spurt out of his head. I was like, man, I ain't never seen
they
this.
They get buck wild over there. They get buck wild. But let's wrap up night 1, and I'm gonna hand the mic to you with your prediction.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say this one. What intrigues me about this match is the fallout. Because I also have Sami Zayn on heel watch.
Okay.
Heel turn watch. I think it's possible because you have to look at what this feud is about. Like you said, Karrion Kross falls short in the ring, but outside the story that they're telling, I like it. Karrion Kross has successfully turned some people that we thought would never turn. Our beloved New Day turned on Big E, for God's sake.
Man, we can talk about that, and they did a terrible job with that. But we're gonna say that for another video.
Don't even get me started.
Another video.
Don't get me started. But like, just speaking of Karrion Kross, he has a crazy success rate until he got to Sami Zayn. So when you think about it, I think this is their third match. Kross just wants him to tell him that he's right. I feel like that's what's at stake here. Either 1, Sami Zayn's going to be right, or 2, Karrion Kross is going to be right. There's no in between. So if Karrion Kross is right, Sami's turning. Absolutely. Now, I don't even think it happens here. I think if Kross wins, Sami turns at some point, probably not at SummerSlam, but he might turn on Jay for whatever reason, or I don't know, maybe he might join the Seth
I can see that
faction or something.
Remember when we were at Raw after Mania, and
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Came down and Sami came down, and Jay was standing up on that turnbuckle, and everybody in that arena was like, "No, Sami,
we held our breath.
Please don't
we
do
were
it."
Like, what?
And then Jimmy ran down. We like, oh, okay.
Exactly.
I would have liked it though. I do feel like for next Royal Rumble, Sami should be the men's Royal Rumble winner next year. And he gets his moment. He gets his moment. He finally gets his moment.
Absolutely.
It'll tie the boat.
As a heel.
Ooh.
Look,
and I think
you know how it goes in wrestling.
Hard, let him take down Cody. Fuck it, we going hard.
You telling me that's not gonna be good, bro? You know how wrestling goes. You can be a good guy all your life. Either you die a hero or you live long enough to become the villain. He ain't got it done as a hero. Yep.
Understands it in all facets, man. Like
mm-hmm.
When he was doing the thing during the pandemic, when he was like the conspiracy theorist, that was very underrated. And I really enjoyed that thoroughly. I definitely enjoyed it thoroughly. Like the one episode where I don't know whose match was going on, but he's sitting down there with a chair and like a picket fence, and I was just like, hey, he's crazy. Like, but no, I could see factions in War Games, so I could see it there. Like at the end of it, like the Bloodline loses the match, of course, because Sami turns, and he could be the secret member of Seth's faction. But then at the same time, Seth and Bron gotta lead to something. I feel like that leads to Mania 2, depending on Seth's injury timetable. Because, like, Bron's the next Brock Lesnar. With that, let's jump into Sunday, which will be the first match is Dominic Mysterio versus AJ Styles, and I will say that that tag match is on there. We got to remember that. I will say that this match is going to be. I'm gonna throw this out left field. It may be match of the night. But match of the weekend possibly, because I think AJ Styles getting his flowers at TNA the other day. I think he's about to go on a tear to finish his career. Like, I feel like he always left that chapter like half closed because of how everything ended with TNA in the early 2010s. But I think now, I think him closing that chapter and getting that weight off his shoulder, because I don't know AJ Styles the person, but Eric Bischoff. If you look it up,
his fingerprints are on every damn thing.
Yeah, if you look it up on YouTube, it's like a whole 2-hour thing of like the rise and fall of TNA. Because at one point TNA was running up against WWE, and then they went from the Octagon. They literally changed from the Octagon to a regular square ring. I want to say 2010, and then it went downhill from there. Especially once Spike died too. Once they got off of Spike, it went downhill because then you couldn't even find it no more. But Dominic Mysterio, the 20-year vet, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, when we say wrestlers with aura is such an overused word in our generation now, but he has it.
That's organic.
He's had it for his daddy. His daddy Rey Mysterio. Like that. I almost.
And your uncle is Eddie Guerrero. You don't have no damn choice.
You know what I'm saying? His uncle was Eddie Guerrero. His father was Eddie Guerrero. You know what I'm saying? Did Dom and Liv, Dom and Rhea, like everything paralleled in some sort of way, because that's one beautiful thing about being a member of the IWC. You may not know everybody, but everybody has a different opinion and outlook, or some insight, or can put the pieces of the puzzle together. Like I literally had to watch Monday Night Raw live and on Twitter at the same time, because you're watching it, but somebody else is breaking it down and you didn't see this in the background. Hey man, this is my favorite section of Twitter. Like, Twitter gets crazy, but that IWC is as dysfunctional as we are. We come together on certain things. And the other day was legendary. We're not going to speak on that, but if you know, you know. But back to the match. I think this is gonna have still the show potential, because Dominic Mysterio, literally from the beginning, Dominic Mysterio low key got through into the deepest of waters. Your first match isn't. He didn't go to hip toss school, man. He came right out and came out swinging like, I know it was the pandemic, but yeah, man, I'm here to stay. And he didn't waver, and then he developed a character. Characters will take you a long way in wrestling. He developed a character. Yep. He was Rey Mysterio's son, sunshine, babyface. But he got to sniff it, kick Edge in the balls, and clothesline Rey. That place went crazy. I remember it vividly. Me and my dad was watching it, and he was pissed. He's like, Dominic, you son of a bitch. He was mad. He was heated. Like, I
Jim
love
Ross.
my dad. Like, he's a character. But man, Dom. So double-edged sword, because they're saying that they're trying to push Dom as the face of Triple A. I could get behind that wholeheartedly. You know how many eyes will go see Triple A because of Dom? Like, when he had that moment the other day, nuclear.
Yeah.
And
that shit went like viral.
And then the crazy thing, they like Ludwig Kaiser more as Grande Americano than Chad Gable. And Chad Gable was doing a job. But it's like,
he is.
But it's like,
you know, it reminds me of like those patriotic acts only work when they're not American. Yep. Like, look at the Slagents and Chelsea Green. None of them are American.
Yep, and so it works so perfectly. It's so because literally, I've seen Chelsea Green say this. I want to say it was a Chris Van Fleet interview. She said she wanted to be the female Miz, and people to the Hall of Fame for as many times they won the belts. The Miz and Morrison, like the Miz and Morrison was like a part of my childhood. Like, John Morrison should have got a bigger spotlight, because he was superstar material. I don't know what hindered him from being that.
He had everything.
He he was kind of ahead of his time. Him and Evan Bourne were ahead of the wave of wrestlers that we have now. And Rob Van Dam, I want to say would be the pioneer of his choreograph, but it's like that takes a lot of skill to be able to do that. Like an immense amount of skill. Like I don't care if it's choreographed. Like you couldn't go in there and do that. I know you couldn't.
To do it live, no retakes.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like when people try to bash me for watching wrestling, it's like, bro, these are some real psychopaths when you really think about it. Because, like you said, but it's like if you slip off the rope and jump right back up there, nobody's going to care about that. Like,
yeah, and that's why I feel like I don't know what to compare it to, but like you can tell someone's level of understanding the way they talk about wrestling.
Oh, like most definitely.
You think like I personally, if I see a botch in a match or I see some like maybe we got the wrong camera angle, I don't count that against somebody because that's just the way it goes. But like there's a difference between botching a move and just being a bad wrestler. And a lot of people don't know the differences. I don't know why we have such high expectations, but like I said, understanding wrestling is crucial because I'm sorry, you could rehearse with me all you want in the back at PC, whatever. Getting in front of people and doing it the way that we rehearsed, the right way the first time and making it look good and getting people behind you, getting them interested in the match, having the crowd at the palm of your hands, that is a skill that a lot of people don't realize. And
Cena said that it's like we had an old school fashion match and he got out of guillotine and he said, I'm getting out of the guillotine and I'm hearing the crowd rise while I'm breaking out of it. And I want to tell you, WrestleMania 39 is one of I'm gonna cherish it forever. Super tangent right now because I moved out my parents' house and I went back and threw a WrestleMania party. So a lot of my childhood friends showed up both nights and all that. And when I tell you, night 2 when we got to that main event, when I tell you me and my nephew were the only 2 Cody Rhodes fans in that house that night, you would have thought we was at a Redskins and Commanders game. The way that house was divided, and when Cody lost. Oh, me and my nephew lost it. I kicked everybody out. I said, yeah, everybody gotta go home.
Y'all gotta go.
Don't even try to come get no pizza. Don't try to get no wings. Everybody get out. Go home. I was mad because the way my parents' house is set up, our kitchen has like a window. So my dad's in the kitchen watching the pay-per-view through the window commentating. So everybody was in there on 10. Like everybody. It was a really great moment. But yeah, back to the match because you see how we get down. Let me hand the mic to you.
We go.
I'm going to make a prediction. I'm going to go with Dom holding on to it. I don't know when Dom will drop the belt, but when Dom drops the belt, we have to catapult him into the main event.
Yeah.
Dominic Mysterio versus Bron Breakker.
Bookmark it. Bookmark that.
Let's get a little crazy. But let's hand the mic to you and give me your opinion on the match.
Yeah, I'm gonna say my pick is gonna be Dominic, and I think, like you said, his whole thing with AAA, that picture going viral with him in both the belts, I think that probably saved his reign. And also at the same time, I feel like we haven't really gotten to the meat and potatoes where he could be. He's another person that really understands the business. So, like, even the fact that he hasn't been wrestling, but he just had a match recently, but he's just had like backstage segments with AJ Styles. A lot of people can't make it work the way that they have. So with that being said, I feel like we haven't seen the best of what a Dom singles championship reign can look like. And I don't know what else there is to do, but I feel like what we've seen since WrestleMania is not it. We can definitely do more, do better. So I'm rooting for him to retain so we can see more. And like you said, he's young. He's the next generation. It's time to put some credibility behind that. That's one of my biggest, that's one of my biggest critiques of WWE right now is that they're not putting enough behind their young talent. And it's like they put more stock behind the guys AJ Styles' age, Seth Rollins' age, Roman Reigns' age, when you got Carmelo Hayes', Dominic Mysterio's, Bron Breakkers that are ready to carry this company, and y'all are not letting them. They don't understand that if you put these guys that are young where they're supposed to be, you can have both, and then we're just gonna have fire all around. So I'm on the side of putting some credibility behind our young guys, because I would hate to see us get to a point where they're the older ones, they're in their 30s, and they're coming up against, you know, the new 26-year-olds or whatever, and we don't know who's gonna win because goddamn, they don't have a good track record. But I think, like you said, this has still the show potential for sure. This is just good graps all around. Like AJ Styles, no words are needed. Dominic, 20-year veteran, he does this shit in and out, and that's, you know, that is what it is. Also, don't kill me. Do you know your camera also
cut out again?
Huh?
They cut out again?
Yeah, it's been like that for a minute. I ain't gonna lie.
We'll edit it in post at this point. I'm not anybody keep playing. I just pray all these clips are recorded. If not, fuck, we'll have to Are you going to Smackdown tomorrow?
Yeah.
Fuck.
And then after that, remix Rumble. So I'm gonna be.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know when I'm getting back.
Let's.
It's really been like that for a minute, but I ain't gonna lie. It might just work a little bit better if we put some. You know, we put.
Yeah,
some clips in there. I know I ain't talking. I ain't the one editing.
Photos, like if you're talking, like I'm gonna have to cut through this tonight, because I'm probably not gonna put it out till probably tomorrow. Probably because this is my first time editing basically a podcast, so I'm gonna have to cut through it, overlay the pictures and all that. But this is like I think I told you this before. This is my favorite part about the videos, is putting it all together at the end. But let's jump into. All right, we're gonna leave that match. We're gonna leave the match.
Let's do. I don't know. I just think the last two should be Naomi and John. I don't think these are in order.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be.
Yeah, I know for certain Dominic and AJ is going to open. I know they're going to open for sure. I might be wrong. It could be Becky and Lyra, but that's both ways.
It could be the triple threat.
That would piss me off.
I ain't gonna lie, it might be the triple threat because it's not main eventing. It's not main eventing.
It's not. But
you just gonna piss the IWC off if you don't have them open, because that's the second best spot. And they know they're not main. They already up in arms because they on night 2. So
yeah, I mean, ain't nobody
main eventing over Roman. I'm sorry.
Yeah. We know who main event that. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Jade and Tiffy opened just to have a crowd hot. Like, Jade win the belt out the gate. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, let's go, man. Let's get to that shit real quick. Let's go. Where the photo? We're gonna. All right, come on, lock in. No, I'm not trying to click that. All right, there we go. Let's go. Solo Sikoa versus Jacob Fatu in a steel.
I'm ready for this one.
Match. So, first of all, my dad couldn't stand Solo as the new tribal chief, but I think he did an amazing job. It was a different layer of the tribal chiefism in wrestling. Like, you know, Roman was like ruled with an iron fist and didn't take no prisoners. But like, Solo was kind of like, oh, we gonna get on your ass, but we gonna give you a chance before we get lined so perfectly. But I only had one gripe, and it's because we be in this shit week to week. They literally copied and pasted the Bailey thing from last WrestleMania. But I'm not mad at it.
They've been doing that a lot, actually.
I'm not mad at it. Because when Carmelo Hayes was down in NXT, Shawn Michaels was playing all the hits with him and Bron Breakker. So I'm not mad at it. Like, you know, afterwards, like, oh, this is how y'all feel about me. Oh, this is how you feel about me. I hate you.
And honestly, maybe it's just me. I love I love when they do corny stuff like that. I love when it kind of takes you out, and it's like, hold on, this kind of corny, but it's like, you know
it be
what?
corny.
We can't be serious all the time.
It be corny. It's a guy that I watch. His name is Simon Miller, and his thing is Goofy Wrestling for Life. And wrestling, when you really watch it, when you're not like, because Let It Rock, that's when you get the most enjoyment out of it. Because it's like, that was stupid, but it's like I enjoyed all of the stupidity with it. Like when Solo, that one episode when he became the meme when he was boxing, like. Come on, man. Like, Roman Reigns wasn't doing nothing like that. Like,
hey, I got tickets.
Yeah, or when he got arrested and he going past Cody. Cody, I know what happened in the past. Help me, Cody. Like, what? Like, yeah, man, yeah. But and then Clash of the Night of Champions, and he was trying to do the yeet, and he said, "No, we're not doing that." Like, he's a character. Like like Paul Heyman said it. Like, he truly is an underrated MVP, and. The only thing about his faction, why does everybody name so damn similar? Is Tama Tonga, Tongaloa, Tala Tonga, JC Mateo.
Tala Tonga killed. Look, Tala Tonga killed me because it was a tweet. He's hurt.
Like every week they get on TV. I'm like, where the fuck is he at? Like, cause I need that. That shit was getting over. It was getting over.
Yeah.
It just vanished.
Yeah, that's that Shelly shit that I was talking about. Like,
it just vanished, man. It just vanished. But hopefully, now that we're speaking about him, don't be surprised if he comes from under that ring in this steel cage match.
That's what I'm saying. And you also, it plays into it. Because not only are you looking out for his return, but it's like, whose side is he on? Is he, because him and Jacob are like this, and I just have to wonder: is he gonna stick with the family, or is he gonna side with Jacob?
Definitely.
Is it gonna be Jacob against the world, or is he gonna, is it?
It's Jacob and Jimmy. It's Jacob and Jimmy, but like, I don't want the same thing to happen to Jimmy.
Not much longer.
I don't want.
Jimmy's about to go to Raw.
I feel like if they get a third member in that Bron Breakker and Brunson rematch, Jimmy has to, like, it's only right, like, because it's going to be a segment where it's like, call your brother, or go find your brother, or we need to find Jimmy, or, you know what I'm saying? And they're going to come to SmackDown that episode, and they gonna run into Jacob, and it's some sort of way he's gonna make it to Raw after SummerSlam. But I really wanted him to win the belt. And it doesn't look like that's gonna happen. I do want it to happen before they hang it up, though. Like, because I said this in a video, it was the Matt and Jeff Hardy situation. Like, Jeff Hardy became the superstar, and Matt was just there. They tried to put the belt on him in ECW. It kind of didn't go nowhere because ECW was like the stepchild of WWE when they bought it, and they treated it worse than NXT. Like, and Jimmy has a great character too. Like, he's Solo Sikoa times 10. He's super goofy.
Yes.
But it's like do you remember the episode? You remember that episode where he came in there to talk to Pierce, and Miche was talking to him or something, and he was like, "Girl, bye," and she slapped him, and he basically fainted onto the couch.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
he's a fucking character.
Yeah, a character, man, a character. Like, yeah, man, but I don't think they hot potato this belt. I think it's Jacob versus the world. They got to drag. I feel like, I know there's so many pay-per-views close but far. So right after this, is there another Saturday night main event right after this, or do we got a little bit of time?
I think I haven't heard of another Saturday night main event.
It might be Clash in Paris then. So we might have a little bit of time. So I feel like if Solo retains, he will lose it in Paris at Clash in Paris. I feel like they would have to get them on that card, or they would get them on that SmackDown before. I hate I'm old school, but I like title changing on pay-per-views. Like, I kind of don't like them changing on the episodes. Like, that was kind of like back in the early 2000s when they used to do that a little bit. But like, I feel like the titles have to mean something. Like we switching them, like the Rhea situation, all that. That was dope. That was really dope. But it's like big moments like that need to be for big shows. Like, not saying your Friday Night SmackDown ain't worth it, but it's like, sad to say, leave that to the tag belts. Like, I feel like we're using the mid card belts now. No disrespect. We're using the mid card belts, and we're not even calling mid card belts because these are like main eventers, kind of like Solo was in the main event of SummerSlam last year. Jacob Fatu and Solo were in the not the SummerSlam. They was in the main event of Bad Blood last year. Like, these are main eventers holding these belts. Like, these ain't this isn't your MVP, your Shelton Benjamin, your Matt Hardy, your I'm going about throwback wrestlers that were literally mid carders. No, these guys have main evented pay-per-views. Like, these ain't what Cam and May say. We not your little. We don't even respect big homies. These not little guys. These are big homies. They just getting sorted. They just getting sorted around a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like because everybody now has that star power. That's the difference between, like, because this is still our generation of wrestling, but the wrestling we came up on, like, you knew who was the guy. Like, now we literally watched it in real time. We watched Jey Uso start as a side character in the Bloodline. Literally, he was right-hand man to becoming the guy and getting the Rock. Damian Priest he wasn't a side character, but they made the Judgment Day to elevate him and Rhea Ripley. He became the world champ. Rhea Ripley became the world champ. Well, I mean, she was already champ before that, but Judgment Day really pushed her to superstardom, like, because she is kind of like, when she became mommy, she was like, she got catapulted into superstardom. Like these people are getting elevated, like, and they're paying attention to certain people. Like we go harp on LA Knight again. We go harp on Carmelo Hayes. Even just for the smaller women's division, we can B-Fab, Mi Chin. We can just be throwing names out there. Like, I can't think of her name, but she was in the segment. She was in the segment with Julia the other day, and I was like, she's been on this roster
Kiana James?
Kiana James has been on there for a whole year. She was hurt, though, I remember. But it's like nothing. She was on Raw at first.
Yeah,
I don't know when she came to SmackDown, and now she's a side character. Like, throw her into the mix. Kiana James is really good at NXT. Like, but hey, let's hand the mic to you and get your input on the match.
I'm looking out for Tama Tonga. I ain't gonna lie. I don't think that the title changes hands, because, like you said, I don't think they hot potato it. It's definitely gonna be. I mean, we know what happens. Just like Roman Reigns, when it's Bloodline, it's gonna be shenanigans. It's gonna be some shit. Somebody coming in, whatever. It don't matter if it's a steel cage or not. It's gonna be some shit. So I think this match, more than anything, is just not about the belt, but more about the fallout from the match. Whether it's gonna be Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu, or Jacob Fatu against the whole damn Bloodline. But I don't know. I'm interested to see. I really don't know which way it goes. I'm like, my mind is telling me that Tama Tonga is gonna side with Jacob Fatu, but I feel like that wouldn't be the surprise. I feel like what would be surprising is Tama Tonga actually siding with Solo, despite everything, because he didn't seem to. When you think back at when Jacob was starting to lose that trust for Solo, Tama Tonga wasn't. Tama Tonga was kind of going with the flow. Like, Solo came back and Tama was kind of cool with it. He didn't feel no ways. Jacob was the one that felt the way. So I could totally see there being a situation where Jacob is kind of ostracized. And with that being said, that makes the most sense to me, because I think as soon as this is over, Jacob's ass, you go straight to the main event, boy. You're done. It's over. I've been saying for a minute. I'm surprised they even threw this United States Championship on him.
They had
I didn't even think the way that they were booking him.
It was because it was wrestling.
I thought he was going straight to the top.
Literally
straight.
They had to give him something, because his star power was just through the roof. But it was like, Triple H crazy. Like he literally went crazy all the way into WrestleMania season. So it's like we gotta give him that. Like it's because when you're undeniable, hey, what Cody say, from undesirable to undeniable. When you're undeniable, you're undeniable. And
nothing you can do about that.
And they can say all they want about the Samoans and all that, but it's like they got it, man. They got it.
They do. Look, it works. It's like this, and I will say I'm one of those people that's like the Bloodline, like in 2025 is crazy, but the way that they made it work with Solo Sikoa, it's like a whole new thing. Now, if we were still talking about Jimmy, like Jay and Roman still trying to be the Bloodline, that's a different thing. But like you said, Solo made it work. He took that and made it his own thing. And I personally appreciate it because he went from being this enforcer that didn't talk, we didn't know nothing about him, to having his own character, kind of like you said with Dom. He has his own character and he's always going to be successful because Solo is no longer the muscle for Roman Reigns. He's his own thing. He didn't fall off after Roman Reigns disappeared. He is his own thing. So with that being said, whether, you know, it's a lot of Samoans or not, it works. It's not like they're throwing them on TV and they're just completely clueless. They can't wrestle and, you know, it's just completely ass. No, like they got this shit in their blood and you can tell. So I can't complain about that. And with this storyline, it's been built perfectly. I would even say, surprisingly, the pacing is also good. It wasn't a super slow burn like they like to do for some reason. Like you look at the Judgment Day, they've been breaking up for
oh my gosh, man, they've been. It's literally another summer. It's literally another SummerSlam.
Another, but
they literally was supposed to blow up post SummerSlam last year,
bro. If they, and I'm still like, I know we're talking about Solo and Jacob, but I'm just to go back to Dominic and AJ. That's what I'm missing from this singles run for Dominic. Him and Finn going at it. If Dominic loses this title and the Judgment Day are still together, they did it wrong.
They kept teasing
They're doing it wrong.
It's like, bro, get it over with.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying, as soon as you do that, you have a whole new thing going on. You have a whole new thing. We can even do like a little Civil War situation. I don't know how that would work, but you could even say Raquel and Finn, or Roxanne and Finn still want to be cool, but Liv and Dom are out. You know, whatever, but do something. Damn. But anyway, yeah, I'm excited for Solo and Jacob because it's just gonna be good. Like I said, it's gonna be Bloodline shenanigans. I'm always down for some Bloodline shenanigans. I'm down for a good return. I'm down for a good run-in. It's whatever, and it's a steel cage match. I don't know too many people that will complain about a steel cage match, especially in 2025. Since Bad Blood. Oh, War Games. Oh shit.
And before that, I want to say it was 39. I don't think it was a steel cage match between 39 till Bad Blood. So that was
what was it at 39?
Edge and Finn Balor.
That was at 39?
Yeah, that was at 39.
I'm sorry, Edge has only been in AEW for like 2 years? Less than 2 years?
Yeah. Edge really.
Oh, wow.
Because they had the Toronto episode in 23.
Damn.
And he jumped off the top of the cell, and I want to say he broke his leg or broke his knee or something like that. So he was out for a minute.
Goodness. This is an AEW?
Yeah, if you look it up.
Oh shit.
I don't want to do an e-check. I'm trying to use my card. What in the world? The fuck? I'm going to do that shit on my computer. And so with that, did you say who you think was going to win the match? My fault. I'm trying to be responsible at the same time.
I showed it. I think Solo's retaining though.
For sure.
Solo's definitely retaining.
All right, so we're gonna jump to Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyria. All right, here we go, freezing again. Yeah, I'm gonna have to use a different app this next time. We'll figure this damn app out because my shit is freezing, bro. Like
Riverside, your ass.
I'm gonna have to get in that girl comments and be like, "Hey, I fought with Riverside. It is 10:14. We started this at like 8:30. This video gonna be long as shit. Hey, fuck, we thugging it though. That's I really see people put up like hour long like predictions and stuff. Like I be trying to keep it short, but like when you get to talk, like I tell you, when you get to talk of wrestling, man, this shit been fun. But see, it didn't go to the damn photo. All right, so let me get the photo pulled up first. Hopefully, I pray to God my screen records. I record. I hope all this shit is recorded. Whew. But I feel like it should have been a triple threat. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't like how they did the number one contender match. We're just gonna get that out the way. Nope. Should have been a.
I think it's gonna come up later.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting there. I just didn't like it. I feel like Bayley's gonna cost her. Don't know who, because Bayley got beef with both of them. But you know how WWE is. You know how it is, because it's like I forgot.
I think they added a stip. I forgot which stip it is, but it's
oh
it's
yeah,
open.
if she loses, she can't. So yeah, Bayley's definitely Bayley's getting it.
That's what stumps me too.
Yeah, Bayley's definitely because it's like she has to. She's like, oh my gosh, I really wish her and Raquel had that damn WrestleMania match. That shit makes me mad. Like, but I don't know. She has to do something with her character. I think she needs to go back to the drawing board too. Like, I'm the big time. I'm the man. I'm kind of over that. I like her leaning into the Becky Hogan thing a little bit, but it's like, you teeter in a thin line because, the streets don't really bang with Hogan. God rest his soul, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta do something different for me. I ain't gonna lie. And Lyra, outside of that mess up, supposedly my man texted me about it too. Like, I'm just like, she's been crushing it. She has literally been crushing it since she got called up.
I think people just thought I watched it, and for me, it was just like a really bland promo. Maybe I probably was like a little zoned out, but it was like one of those things where it's like, oh my gosh. Like, some people are kind of bad on the mic. That's what it was kind of given. I don't think she did anything too crazy, but it was just like, girl, it was like a 1 out of 5 mic.
Or miss. Like, some promos she'll get out there.
Yes.
But it's like, she's undeniable though. She has her own.
She's the opposite of Karrion Kross. Because in that ring. Listen, you can't say her character can get some work. Her character can get some work, but it's like I like how she plays into it on the internet because they call her the Bird Lady. She really plays into that. I like that. But like, yeah, she's the reverse Karrion Kross because this was good too. But last year's was just something about last year. Like just last year. I don't know. I might be biased. Tangent. We talk about WrestleMania and all that, but WrestleMania 4 was like my first WrestleMania, my first PLEs and all that. It was just something in the Philadelphia air. It was like everybody wanted it more last year. This year, not saying people didn't want it, but I think they really wanted to prove like Triple H could really run this shit. Like I think that because that 40 was his first WrestleMania with his hands fully on it. So everybody went out there with like, yeah. It reminded me of like when the kids, like when you give the kids some trust and they show you that they good. That's what it felt like. It was like, okay, now we got somebody that trusts us. Yeah, we better put on a good show.
Yeah, then this is like, he trusts us. Nobody phoned. I know I'm gonna phone it in is an insane line. Nobody phoned it in, but the pay-per-view as like both nights as a whole, it just is. The aura wasn't there. Like really left. I was hyped for Cena, but I really left 41. Like it was like a meh. Because people was asking me, like, how did you feel about it? I was like, I enjoyed it, but it's like, it was missing something. And you want to know you want to know what was missing? Dwayne the Rock Johnson punk ass. That's what the fuck was missing.
Fuck ass.
That's
what look, we're going to save that. We're going to save that. We're going to save that. You make it for now.
I don't know when. This weekend, actually. Right your fucking wrongs this weekend, you fucker. I'm talking to you, Dwayne. I hope my face is in this damn camera. I'm talking to you, Dwayne.
He ain't playing either.
I'm so serious, like, because he pissed. I kind of got to talk about it because the next day you go on the Pat McAfee show and you say your presence wasn't needed when you were the reason John Cena turned heel to begin with.
Dude. That nigga gotta be so fucked up. You have no idea. Like, you know, I'm forever gonna have some beef with him for I witnessed 17 and it didn't even feel special. Like,
Literally,
are you fucking kidding me? Are you serious?
Bro. I talked about WrestleMania 40 from the time I knew I was going till SummerSlam, and still talk about WrestleMania 40 to this day. I went to a whole second WrestleMania.
I'm telling you, as soon as WrestleMania 40 ended, the decision was made. I was not missing the next one, and then that's what y'all give me.
Hey, and
then you want to run it back in Vegas,
and I'm gonna be a sucker and be there again next year. I was telling people, I'm not going.
What did I tell you about SummerSlam? Where the fuck am I at?
I wanted to throw a birthday party for my 27th birthday because off camera I'll tell you about that and everything. But bruh, they're lucky. My friends and family are lucky I decided to throw a party because bruh, we could have been recording this live without having any technical difficulties right now.
Dude, imagine.
We'd have probably been done. We get something to eat, posted the video, whole shebang. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, I think two more.
Too loud.
Yeah, I'm gonna say for this one, I have Bayley on heel turn watch as well. I think she's definitely getting involved, and you brought up a good point that I didn't think about before, and I think that's really that missing piece that was in my head, because with the stipulation added, I'm like, okay, she could turn, but it really didn't make sense. But what you said, against who, that's what really made it click for me. Because it is against who? Is it the one who cost me my WrestleMania match and then I never really got my lick back? Or is it Lyra and they have some tension or whatever?
Yeah, that's where it's like, who do I screw over? So it's like, do I screw over Becky? Lyra wins, and I finally beat Lyra because Lyra beat her clean 3 times this year, I think.
Yes. So that's it. It was before. You remember they had like a little thing before WrestleMania. Before they started tag teaming with each other.
Yeah.
And the tension started there. They shook hands.
See? Yeah.
Well, Bayley didn't want to shake her hand at first.
She beat Bayley because remember, Lyra was the IC champion. She beat Bayley. Yeah,
they had that. That's also makes it a little like, okay, because they had that going on, and then they were tag teaming, and then they didn't even make it to WrestleMania. It's all over the place, but it works now because let me tell you why.
Because they're tying it all together really well.
I've been giving Becky her props, and I'll continue to give her props. Nothing against Lyra, nothing against Bayley, but Lyra's reign was falling flat, and being the inaugural IC champion, people were like, damn, like, this shit is kind of ass. And I feel like Becky's job coming in was to elevate the belt, and she's doing just that. I think your criticism of her character is valid, but I think that's not the focus. I think her focus is getting people to care about this belt
For
that's
sure.
exactly what she did, and I have to give her props for that.
Nah,
Like,
most definitely.
absolutely, she's doing like goat shit. I can't lie. Like, go. It's like certain people, like Roman Reigns. I'm wishy-washy with Roman Reigns sometimes, but when you watch him and you see the little things he does, you're like, God damn, I can't hate this man. Like, this is goat. Like, it's the little shit.
It's back on the IC title. Huge Lyra Valkyria fan. Huge. It should have been Dakota fucking Kai, bro. She would not have been fired.
Oh my God.
If she was the champ.
You still on that? We gotta move on from that, bro. Like,
I'm not moving on from Dakota Kai.
I thought it was gonna be. She shouldn't. But maybe they know something we don't know. Maybe it's like you remember when Kawhi Leonard had that whole shit going on, and then people were like, "What the fuck?" And then it turns out they're trying to get him to play, and he was like dead ass hurt.
Yeah.
Like it might be some shit that we really don't know.
Hey, man, she was. I ain't gonna call them babies because they older than me, but they don't. I hold NXT people a special place in my heart, man. A special place.
Yeah,
like,
I definitely get it. I get it.
And because she was supposed to be NXT champ down there, and I think she got hurt. That's she is Tracy McGrady.
Big dumbass long
injury. I can't tell nobody get behind you if you on the fucking bench, bro. Damn.
And it's like every time she's about to get it, hurt.
Yep.
So that's why I say at the time, like during the tournament or whatever, I was rooting for her, and at like looking back, I'm not mad at that Lyra run. I think she's doing okay. I think she's doing really good. Not just okay. I think she's doing really good. But I'm willing to bet. Like if I had to bet money and I was able to find out, I would bet that like it's just the injuries. It might be just something that we don't know about. Like it might just be too damn much. But I'm just gonna have to say I definitely think that. Personally, I think that Lyra wins. I think Lyra wins, and her and Bayley are gonna feud for a little bit. Becky goes away for a little bit, and I don't know if she ever comes back to confront Bayley. Maybe. I don't know.
They have to finish.
I do think
finish that, and I think this is how this is. Hey, if you watch it, if you're new here, if you ever watch one of my videos, I like the fantasy book. So this is how I would fantasy book it. Lyra wins. Becky goes away. Mm-hmm. We skip Clash in Paris because they run it at Clash in Paris. I don't want Becky to come back there. She could, but I don't want her to. I will wait till the next Saturday night main event, and I hope the next Saturday night main event. What month? August. They'll probably do one in September. So I feel like if they run the joint, because they're going to run the match probably twice. So if Bayley gets the win, because I think they're going to hot potato the belt right here. Lyra wins. Bayley gets into Paris. They run it back. It's Saturday night's main event. Becky comes back. Lyra wins it back. We build to Becky versus Bayley Royal Rumble.
I think where they go, and I think for me, what should be the goal is to get that belt to the point where it matters to somebody, to us, to people.
Yeah, but that means they will have to keep hot potato in it, though. I think, which is nothing wrong.
But I don't mind it. Just make it mean something. And I want the same for the United States Championship. Like I just want to care about what the fuck is going on.
They should just have Julia go and beat everybody for like give her the Oscar title run. Just let her walk through everybody till Mania. But they're not going to do that. They too scared because I ain't gonna fake. I feel like a lot of people on the main roster are scared to wrestle Julia because her and Stephanie McIntyre don't fuck around. Like, so they be having to pick. They be having to pick who gonna be in the ring with them. Because they're I don't. That was Bron versus Kobe. Like they was going hard. Like, but
see, I'm gonna have to check that out because I watched one in New Japan match. It was Kenny Omega versus I don't know the guy's name, but it was like the G1 finals or something.
you
And
watched
when
him
I
versus
tell
Okada
you,
then.
I was shook. No, I think it was somebody else.
It wasn't Okada?
It wasn't Okada. It was 2016, I think. Naito, yeah. He huh, I don't know. I didn't see the entrances or anything, but it was Naito. It was him. But I recorded I'm still waiting to upload the video, but when I tell you I was shook, I'm like, this is the shit that people love.
Yeah,
Like
I know
when
a
you're
little bit. I
watching these
know some little
people,
New
they don't
Japan,
give
but
a
I got a little New Japan in me too. I got a little New Japan.
they really throwing punches. Like it was the
Hey,
spit that got me. I
New
was like,
New
what?
Japan doesn't fuck around. I haven't been in the New Japan since everybody left. Why everybody's like always throwing them and Gorillas Destiny and all them like this is who the New Day and all them shit, right? So I'm like, or the Usos. I'm like, okay. But I'm biased because I watched it was here. The best New Japan match I ever seen live. We're gonna put live there. It was Capital Collision. It was Juice Robinson, Will Ospreay, John Moxley, and Hiroshi.
You got to send me that match. I'm gonna check it out.
After when the bell rung, it was insane. It was I'd have been to Raw, SmackDowns. I've been to a couple PLEs now. That match is up there. Like one day I'm gonna do a video ranking like the matches I've seen live so far. I may do that in the next coming weeks. But man, it was gas. It was gas. But let's get to the final two and wrap the video up so I can get in the booth. Excuse me. So, in my opinion, the co-main event will be Naomi versus Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley. And I come on, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna have to really be editing because this shit is not fucking with me. All right. Only thing is, I'm gonna have to export all these clips and then put them in CapCut. That's gonna fry. But I think that the
Why
winner,
CapCut?
that's what I use. I'm a base level editor. Please do not recommend me anything else. Please. I've done almost 90 videos on CapCut. I gotta know CapCut like the back of my hand now. But
Hey, if it works, it works.
hey, it worked because I seen you color grading a couple weeks ago, and I was like, I want to get to that level, but I don't care that much. I put my shit in auto and let it rock. Yeah, my Pocket 3D.
I'm really just doing it just in case, there's something. Because I've been like, I don't know if you get like this too, but like when I decided I was going to SummerSlam, I was like, okay, I'm gonna take doing a vlog seriously. I'm thinking that like all the footage I might take, I'm like, how can I make it look the best way possible? But like what really made me look into it is like the DJI camera has like D-Log M. And so when I learned why people do that, I'm like, oh, let me see if I really need to do this. So I just tweak with it, whatever. But I'm probably not going to use it
because I run
anymore.
manual. I run manual. Like I didn't watch something. Like I literally watched. I ain't even gonna say the number because I'm probably gonna guess, but I watched at least 30 videos before I even bought the camera. Like I watched from small creators to big creators, like how they set it up, how they record by themselves, the accessories they have, everything. I literally looked and combed through everything, and I'm glad I bought it at the right time because I literally bought it. But it is Naomi's style is different from Bianca's, so I can't say it's gonna be a replica of their match because Naomi's more. I want to say she's more high flying, but like Bianca's a power wrestler, like. So it's gonna be a whole different dynamic. Like Rhea will only be the power in this match. The last match it was power, high flying, but they all have technical skills. But this is a wide range of technical skills. None of them are Kurt Angle, but for women's wrestling, like they're some of the better technical wrestlers. Like Rhea, especially, like, she can get down in there submissions and get to it. Naomi can too. When she was chasing the U.S. title versus I can't Chelsea Green back in February, she put on like an octopus stretch or something. I don't know what the move called, but it was all the foreigner wrestlers like Asuka, Kairi Sane, Julia, and Stephanie are the only other 4 wrestlers that I think could go band for band with EO. I feel like Charlotte could have, pre-injury. I don't think Charlotte goes as deep into her bag anymore. But man, yeah, it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a fun one because they're gonna build off of the EO and Rhea match from Evolution. Just amp it up with Naomi's chaoticness, and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So I do think she retains. Like I said, please keep the belt off of these two. Like, please, like two WrestleManias in a row. EO walked in the champ, and I love EO to death. Rhea walked out of last year's champ, didn't win this year. It's a whole year timeline where she was, like I said, she was around the belt. We literally just did the numbers earlier when they had that backstage promo, and she was like, I don't know where to go from here, and we did not.
She cooked.
And we did not capitalize on that.
She cooked.
We need to have her. We need to have her Cody Rhodes WrestleMania 39 moment. We need you to lose and fail and fall to the ground.
Perfectly put.
Fall all the way to the ground and rebuild yourself. On my Seth Rollins shit. He burn it down, rebuild it, and get back.
Yes.
Thing is so like because we're so in the know. And we know so much. It's like, your shit getting stale. We need something new. Like, back in the day, it was dirt sheets and shit. Like, and we were kids. Like, when we kids watching this shit, we just looking at who cool. Now it's like, we love everything that wrestling has as a whole. So it's like, you gotta lock in. You gotta lock in. You gotta keep me interested. Because like you said, that's when the backlash comes.
And what scares me about that whole thing is, like, I feel like they had an opportunity. There was a time window where they should have took advantage and put Rhea Ripley in that situation where she would kind of like, build herself from the bottom. So like if they decide to do it now, it doesn't hit the same because she's not like when she had that promo, she was separated from her terror twin. She had broken up with the Judgment Day. She had lost the belt. She just had so much going on that spiraling made sense. But like if y'all try to do that shit after this match, it's just like, okay, it's just gonna be based around the belt. She's gonna spiral because she's not champion. Either way, I'll welcome it. But like I said, I feel like around that time was when they should have struck. That's when the iron was hot for that storyline to make sense and really like, but I can't complain too much because the one thing you can't deny is that she can wrestle. And we've gotten some fucking bangers. We got 2 5-star matches out of her this year. In the last 4 months, we got 2 5-star matches out of Rhea Ripley. I mean, I can't complain too much, but I would just like to see something different. And like if she couldn't wrestle, now that would be a whole like the outrage would be even crazier. But she can wrestle, thank God. So there's that. Naomi, obviously, that's my girl, and I just feel like she just has so much momentum. She is the 2025 superstar of the year, 2025 social media star of the year, no doubt. We're only halfway through the year, and she locked it in. I don't care. It doesn't matter what anybody does for the rest of the year. She got that on lock. So there's no way you have her lose this early unless you're fucking crazy. Unless you're fucking crazy. But I wonder what happens in the future because it seems like they realize that they have magic with Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. And with Stephanie Vaquer in the mix, I wonder if she comes back and comes like kind of I don't know when the draft is, but I wonder if they throw her, if they try to have a triple threat with Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, and Stephanie at some point when Stephanie loses to Naomi at Clash in Paris. Because I could definitely see that being the case. Could you imagine that match? First of all, but yeah. With that being said, I have Naomi, and I'm excited to see what she does in the future. I'm excited for a draft because I think that's the best for all three of them. Because when Naomi beats them, she should be moving on to bigger and better. Stephanie for one, and then after that, Lash Legend. I don't know. No, I'm just playing.
I wish I could dive you up
Lash
through
is
the
going to the main
screen,
event
bro.
that fast.
Lash Legend should have got called. Lash Legend
No,
after the
I
Royal
want
Rumble,
it,
bro.
it.
Lash Legend should have got
I don't
called up
think it's
after
gonna
the
go
Royal.
Stephanie Lash. I don't think it's gonna go Stephanie
no.
Lash. It should.
We can only
I
dream.
definitely should.
But
Look,
Lash is getting a
Lash
push.
and
She's getting a
Naomi or
push.
Lash and Jade. I don't know which one it's gonna be.
Lash getting a push though.
She's debuting tomorrow.
They just had Nia Jax go down there and beat the shit out of her. So we about to cook something up.
She's debuting tomorrow, and I will be there. I will be there. Nah.
Back to this because you know who she should have by her side right now? Jakara fucking Jackson.
Dude, no. I still have not been locked in with NXT since they released her. I don't know, like that. They were so special to me, and maybe it's just because I love my melanated ladies. It like
they were like
that. They were so good.
If they didn't push Lash Solo,
and they were supposed to be next.
They literally was facing Bianca and Jade. Like, what do we?
Dude, it was. They should have beat Bianca and Naomi. They should have been the ones to challenge Liv and Raquel. Like, what the hell?
Every time they had the
that's
chance
what
to
really makes me mad.
Number one contender, they kept holding them. Like, come on, man,
dude.
On. But yeah,
and then like when Bianca and Naomi lost, I wasn't tripping because I'm like, this opens the door. Because like I said earlier, I'm like, we're going to get to the point where actual tag teams are holding the belts. So I'm like, this opens the door for Lash and Jakara, and then they release Jakara. I was like, God damn.
Yep.
We can't win for losing.
Can't win for losing. But to finish off the night, we have John Cena versus Cody Rhodes for the main event in a street. Oh my God, come on, lock it. For a street fight for the Undisputed Championship. I'm glad they put a stip on this. Because, boy, if they would have ran back another wrestling match, I'd have been shitty. I would have been shitty. I've been trying to limit my cursing in my videos. My dad always be like, limit your cursing. But we've been in our bag for about 2 hours now. So it's going off the handle. But I think it's no run-ins on John Cena's side unless Dwayne, if you see this, Dwayne, and you don't fucking show up, buddy. Oh, boy, it's going to be a problem. Gonna be a problem. I'm gonna find you. You big swole ass. I'm gonna find you, nigga. Oh, fuck. I can't. Said it. Gotta cut that out. I gotta say, I'm gonna find you, buddy. I'm gonna find you. It's gonna be a problem because we need to either close this heel turn Sunday. This is he has to drop the belt. Now that we think about this, we have to close the chapter right now because the next pay-per-view will be Paris.
We only have 3 months left.
My final opponent was going to be Bron. I thought he was going to pass the torch to the younger generation. But I don't know. He's still got a lot of people on the plate. Like, we still got Roman. We still got Seth. We still got AJ. We can get Punk again. We can get Dom. We can get Gunther.
Damn.
Shit. We can get the lick back from Royal Rumble. We can get Jay on a rant. Man, throw that on a man who ran the Monday Night Raw. I might be into it. Like, we get Drew. We get Jacob. They did Randy. Fuck, they did Randy. Damn it. I just named off 9 people.
They already did. They did do Randy.
And I threw Punk back up there because it's really 8. But I feel like they would. If the internet gets behind it, they would do them one more time. But I don't think we're gonna have enough pull to make that happen. But I just gave you 7 people, so
I don't think so.
We gonna figure it out. Like if we want to get crazy, I'm gonna whisper it, but we can throw Damian Priest in there. Like, I'm just saying.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just saying. Hey, it's some names that he can go if he just want.
He's going crazy.
If he lose the belt, he like, I want the best of the best on the way out, getting and open challenge that shit. And every time, you know, he gonna come tell his dates afterwards. I got 8 dates left. Every date, new opponent, main event. I don't even care at this point. You'll have somebody watch every damn episode, literally. Every single episode will have numbers because everybody's gonna wait till the main event. Like, but I think Cody wants the belt back, and next year. Two ways this goes. We can flop them either way you want to do it. Sammy's either winning Rumble or Chamber. Roman's winning Rumble and Chamber. We have to get back to the third match before we get too far away from it. It would be so.
This soon?
It'll be 2 years. It'll be a whole 2-year window. I don't think.
I ain't gonna lie. What I see for Roman
is like
Seth.
It is, and they were going with that, but then everything shifted and they threw Punk in there, and I'm like, damn, like how many manias do we have with Punk? How many manias do we have with Seth? How many manias do we have with Roman? So some of these mania matches are going to end up becoming SummerSlam matches. But the marquee, because these two Cena and Roman's wrestling chemistry is through the roof, like parallel levels of when I was in that arena in Philadelphia. I thought I was looking at The Rock and Stone Cold. You was there. Tell me I'm lying.
No, they definitely soulmates. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, they're up there. They're up there for sure. But then it's like no more big match triple threats next year. That they got to nip that in the bud next year. Next year, no triple threats. Like, I'm sorry, we had 2 triple threats and a 4.
Yeah.
Can't do that next year. People just gonna have to miss the show. Sorry, come with it or go home. At this point, I ain't gonna lie. I respected it, but nah. It's WrestleMania. Like,
We can make it a little longer too. I mean, I feel like they're getting to that point. We got 6. I think 6 or 7 match cards this time, so they're kind of breaking out of that 5-match card format.
Yeah. For the big board, these big pay-per-views.
We kind of can make it work.
Yeah, it's WrestleMania. They got it. And SummerSlam, they got it. How many matches got on this giant? 3. No, that's 5. 5 on Sunday, and then. What?
But the tag match is also on Sunday. It's not on that.
Okay, see. Okay. So that's the last one we got to get to. So boom, we're going to wrap up with your thoughts on the match and then get to the tag match and then the video's done.
All right. It's going to be a banger. That's my thoughts. I don't even know who I think is going to win. Honestly,
because they're going to go out there and just do the most.
A name out the hat, Fraxium.
I like that. I like Fraxium. I like Fraxium for sure.
Honestly, I'm looking at everybody now. I really think it's going to be Fraxium.
It will only be right because everybody else has held the belts outside of Andrade and Ray Phoenix. I'm about to call him Penta. I'm burnt. Ray Phoenix, yeah. But I feel like they're saving them winning the belts until he goes back and partners with Penta. Hopefully they don't do it, but you can tell Penta's the superstar right now. Ray Phoenix just got slighted by getting put on SmackDown. They tried to keep him away from each other so they didn't put him in the tag team. I respect it, but it was just like, well, there it goes. But to finish up, we're gonna jump back. Come on, please. There we go. Thoughts and opinions on the main event. We are finishing up with the Cena match. Your thoughts and opinions on the Cena match. And shit, we'll go with match of the night. What's your match of the night for both nights of the day?
Talk again?
Can you hear me?
Oh my god, I think my makeup broke me out. God.
Can you hear me? Or
I can hear you. It was a little low.
I don't know what's going on, but nah. So, what you think the outcome of the Cena Cody match? Because we jumped into the tag match in between, and then what is your prediction for match of the night on both nights?
So okay, Cena Cody. I think Cody wins. There's been like a little rumblings of a double heel, like a double turn, Cody turning heel, John turning face. While I think that would be cool, the only way I see it happening is with The Rock's help. And at this point, I don't trust The Rock, so I would just rather it just be a regular match. Don't get him involved. It would be cool, don't get me wrong, but I just don't. The trust right now for him is in the toilet. I don't want him anywhere near, but I kind of do, just to close that shit off. Like, it's such, oh my God, I just wish he could redo his retirement tour over again. That's so fucked up. But yeah, I have John Cena losing, but hopefully in the process he turns face. I don't know how we do that without Cody kind of taking some heat for it, but we'll see how they do it.
I mean, he's been carrying both feuds both times, so all he has to do is raise his hand at the end of it. I guess that's kind of
like as a sign of respect. Because like you look at his promos and he's
gotta put him over, like they say.
Yeah, like his promos is kind of like he's still like, oh John, I know who you really are. You're not this, blah blah. So whatever. Match of the night. Let me take a look at. Let me make sure that I'm looking at the right matches now. So night one, I think match of the night. If we've been honest, Graps only. Gunther and CM Punk easily. Night two, it gets a little interesting because we do have some matches that could like completely just throw a wrench in what you think would be a good match. But looking at this, I'm gonna say between two things. The tag team match is that shit's gonna bang. Or I think Lyra and Becky have potential to really like have a really, really, really good match. If I could remember the stipulation off the top of my head, that would really help me make that decision, but I can't. But I just think it's just gonna be good.
If Lyra loses, she can't challenge Becky again, I want to say.
That was before, though, right? I think it's like an actual stipulation. They had that. No, that was Becky. Becky, if she lost, she couldn't challenge Lyra again. So she won. That's when she won. And then Lyra had to raise her hand and stuff like that. Let me see if I can find the stipulation real quick.
So bad. I gotta
no count out, no disqualification, no count outs.
Okay.
So it's pretty much the same as a lot of different ones.
Cool. Yeah, it said I had to see a link to upload. It say one of the videos partially uploaded. I don't know what's going on at this point. But yeah. So for me, oh no, we didn't get to night two.
Night two. Wait, what'd you say?
Match of the night for night. Both nights.
Okay, I'm gonna go most anticipated versus what I think will. So, like I said, I think Lyra and Becky has potential to steal the show, but most anticipated for me, night two, I want to say the triple threat, but I already know how that's gonna go, so it's kind of losing me a little bit. I'm gonna say John Cena and Cody Rhodes. I would like to see how they pull it off, whether it's just gonna be a clean win or if some shenanigans are gonna be afoot. And my most anticipated for night one is gonna be the Bloodline match. Not the Bloodline, the Bronze versus Roman and Jay. I'm very, very interested to see what shenanigans are afoot in that match because there will be shenanigans.
Yeah, I would say the same exact thing because night one is definitely that match. Also, just like a step below, I want to see what Jay ends up doing for sure. We know the belt's changing hands, but I want to see how they get to it. How does it finish? because the finish is everything in a wrestling match. So that's my like second like dark horse one. For night 2 though, it will be. I don't know. I just feel like Dirty Dom is gonna pull out an amazing. AJ Styles is just he's in that rarefied air of like he brings the best out of everybody. Like so, I feel like Dom will literally put on his like one of his best performances. Like, cause like I'm gonna prove and show everybody like I'm him. Like
Yeah.
he's not going up against no slouch. Like AJ Styles is like an all timer. Like. Yeah, that's my match of the weekend probably. That's my match of the weekend for sure. But match the night for night 2. I'm a TLC junkie. I gotta go to the ladder. I don't even know what it is. I just know it's a ladder involved. Like that's what got me into wrestling. Ladder matches got me into wrestling, man. So I gotta go with it. I gotta go with it. Like I gotta go with it because like. Especially after watching the Bianca Belair interview, and she's saying Montez is scared of heights. He be jumping off of everything. So it's just like he's insane. Like I said, you gotta be a psychopath to be a wrestler. So yeah, man, we gonna end it with that. I appreciate you fighting through the technical difficulties for what is this 11 o'clock, 2.5 hours. Hey, this is your boy TWV. This is the homie Stavi. I will have all of her information linked in the video below. Of course, give her a follow. She has a huge following on TikTok already, so go over there, tap in, show some love, watch a video. And with that, we'll catch you in the post SummerSlam review. Peace.